Hello guys, Wahoo here, back in another video. This time around we are back with another update, and it's the trial of Luxion. So they kind of teased that. If you saw the video a couple of days ago, they kind of talked about Luxion is going to be this new update we are gonna get, where it has like this trials and stuff like that. I am not going to go super into, usually I do two videos, where one for the patch notes and one for the gameplay, but I put them together in this one. First of all, it's not a super big update, but they also been working on some other stuff. If you haven't seen the community letter, you should definitely check that stuff out, because they talk about why there haven't been any updates and such. So that should also be on the channel. I should have also made a card for it, so you can click that somewhere up there. Also, of course, all of this you are seeing right here on your screen. This one and also the next page, of course, the patch notes itself is going to be in the description, so go check that stuff out if you want to do so yourself. If there's any links and stuff like that you want to click, you can always go down there. I always link it in the description, so check always the description. But this one, there's basically two pages. This shows you just like how you are going to copy your stuff to the PTS server if you want to do so. That's only on PC, unfortunately, so you have to have a PC to do so. But they're basically, what they're talking about is that this is basically the very compressed, compressed what it's basically is about. But I can basically say right now, it's basically like the hourly challenges that we have, but this is going to be for a week. Once a month we're going to have a week where you can do these trials of Luxion. Maybe it's going to be in the same time where it is going to be in the hub. I actually thought when we first got this was that Luxion was just going to get its own world, and maybe we're all going to get the own world. I don't know if he's going to move out of the hub, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it's going to hang out. We'll see that on the PTS server. But why I put these two things together is that the patch notes are not really patch notes. Patch notes is more of a not a complaint, sorry, explanation of how the game is going to work, how the trial is going to work. So I'm not going to read it all to you. You see it in a moment what it's going to be. I might as well just jump over to the PTS patch notes that we do have, and kind of introducing what it is. But as you can see here, if I scroll down, like kind of down here, it's just a bunch of text on how it's going to work, how the different things is gonna compare to each other and do, and if you don't finish, and if you win, and if you don't, and whatever. And then there's a little bit of some fixes down here. Of course, the VFX that we talked about in the community letter, so check that again one out. A few bug fixes, but basically, as you can see here, right here, and why I say it's like the hourly challenge for dragon coins or whatever it is because that some stats like jump and movement speed are capped, like it is in the trial in the challenges. Also, build mods cannot be utilized, so basically you can't build in there like you also can't in the other one. Most block cannot be destroyed. It says most blocks cannot be destroyed, so maybe there is some of them that actually can be destroyed. But point is that it's just like the challenges. And then also Trovians can neither join or invite other players, because it's again you just sign up like you do with the other ones as well. And I mentioned, you die within the trials, you're going to be removed from the thing. You're not going to die really in, I don't know if you get removed. I think you just, if you die in there, you can't get any more coins and stuff. So if that's what you're doing basically, or if you're doing any other challenges, bit like that. But it's basically like the coin challenges, that's what I mean. So I'm not going to read all this to you guys, because you can read this if you want to yourself. I think it's much easier to see this in action. So that's why I clumped the two videos together and made this one, because it's probably going to be a lot easier to see what it is going to be on the PTS server instead of just reading all of this. But basically what it is also is that it's basically a way where you can obtain some special items, not special items, but special, well, also special items, but special, what's it called? Currency, that you can then buy some special stuff, because people really want to buy some special stuff that has been, not around for a while and stuff like that. So this is an opportunity to get that as well. But again, if you want to read all this, it is in the description. But we are going to move on to the PTS server. All right, guys, we are now on the PTS server, and yeah, I kind of made a little mistake with doing this the first time. I was zoomed in all the way, so you couldn't see the whole screen. Not that it really matters. You can see it in the other video. I put out the whole thing, basically, where I learned all the things. So if you want to see a 30-minute video, you can go ahead and watch that one. I'm learning basically all what is with the update. So if you want to check that out, that's a half an hour. I'm not going to make it that far here, because the update is sort of simple. basically what you do is that you go into some trials, which is just a different world, and you defeat some enemies, and when you've done that one, you can move on to the next one, and then you get some rewards for that as well. It doesn't seem like it's super rewarding at the moment. I really hope they're gonna bump up the rewards significantly, because you can only do it once per month, like for a week, and then it disappears, and then you can do it, you know, another month as well. So it's only gonna be around for a little while, just like Luxion actually is as well. So I wish that the rewards are going to be bumped up quite significantly, and there's also a new dragon that is also sort of underwhelming at the moment, but again, it's the PTS server, so there is room to change and stuff like that. So don't worry about it being right now, but people are probably giving their feedback as we speak right now. But the point is that you basically go into, as you actually see, I've actually had already some of the buffs. If you want to have more detail, I basically go into it there, but I'm learning as I'm going along. Right now, I basically know everything, if you know if it makes any sense. I know most of it, so yeah, you can actually also remove that. I didn't know that. That was a new thing, I guess. But what you do is that you go into right here, you go and you register yourself, and basically see I did this one. Now I'm already doing this one, and now I can't do this one before I complete the one from 11. So basically when it says difficulty 11, it basically means you 10, then not 10, but you know, if you go here, you see 14 and 15 right here, right? So basically you start all the way from down here, you know, Sunderland up lands, and also from 2500 you need to start this whole thing, and then you have to complete this one to go to this one, and then go to this one. And as you can see, difficulty 15, you have to complete 14 before you can go to 15. And then you have these souls where you can craft it for 1,000,000, but you also get some of these fragments when you play, so you can craft souls, and then also you can take some of these souls and craft some of these fragment souls to make a whole soul. And these are basically what you need to, you know, make a portal, and the portal appears right here. I'll show you guys as well when you go into it here as well. But you can also buy them for, you know, real money and for the in-game money as well. You can't do that right now because it's bugged. If I go here, it says you want to shore, and it fails basically. And now I can't click this one. So it's a little bit bugged on the PTS server, but you do get 5 keys just for logging in. And there's this nice quest line as well, where you shows you all you have to do to go through the different ones as well. It basically takes you on the journey. It says that is for new players. Hopefully it's going to be for everyone. So we have kind of that way to learn it. But you can actually just enter the portal right here. You have a whole day to do it, and then you have to craft it again. So basically when the you know, the server resets, you have to craft it again if you haven't done it all the way. So it basically something you want to do in one go if you want to do so. But you can stop whenever you want and stuff like that, and it's pretty cool. It's not too bad. But you can see here, this is the trial. Basically, they has different circles. If I open up my inventory right here, you can see this is the first circle, this is the second circle. Basically, this is the middle circle, is also called inner circle, and then outer circle. But circle 1, 2, and 3, you can also say it like that. So basically, this guy up here is going to tell you that you have to go defeat some in the inner ring, and then you have to go to the middle ring, and then to the outer ring as well. And then the next trial is going to be the same thing. So it's just going to be, I don't know how many it was up there, 7 or 8, 5, 7, whatever trials you have to go through, and they all are the same. And as I said, the rewards are, they're all the same, but like I said, there's a new dragon. It's not really up to par yet. There's also a new ally, and yeah, there's not really something crazy yet. I think they have to, again, bump up and again, it's a PTS server, so it's not something that's set in stone, but I really hope that they're gonna bump up the rewards like at least 2, 3, 4 times. So it's just something that's super worth doing. It is something worth doing as long as you have stuff to get in here. But as you can see, I have most of these things, and this is the PTS server, and I don't even have all of these, you know, things. I have more things on the live server, right? So I probably have these ones as well. So there's not really much for me to get except for the dragon, and when I have that one, I'm basically done with the update. So like, I think maybe there's gonna be a rotation, we don't know, but hopefully there'll be a lot more. I wish this would just be something super crazy, and you can get like a ton of rewards as well. And there is the donation thing back here. I also tried that out. Basically, it's not really you get anything besides more of the stuffs for whatever, you know, this basically is. So there's not really something super crazy yet, to get out of it, and I really feel like it should be something that is more rewarding. I'm not saying it should be over rewarding, but I definitely think it should be more rewarding. But this is what it is right now. I don't see this not as a, hopefully, like, if this is gonna be the iteration right now, like this is what they have time to do at the moment. I totally get that. I'm totally down to accept whatever this is. But I wish if they do that, I just wish that they will come back to it and then update it, like they did also with the Kraken. You know, they did that with the 2.0, and I wish they're gonna do that in the future. Like, as this is a little bit of a little band-aid where it's kind of like, okay, we're gonna give you something we're kind of working on, but it's not complete yet. Like, I feel like there's just so much space here for many other things, and I feel like it could just be so much more, and I think it's amazing. But I know they don't have the time at the moment because they're working on the core game, and I don't think they should put all their efforts into this now because we want an awesome update. I would just love to see that, you know, we're getting a little bit here. They're actually working on it, but I'd much rather have them work on the core game and be done with that, if you can say it like that. It's probably never done, but, and then go back to this one and then like go full in on this one and actually make it a super amazing update. There's actually a guy invading. I'm gonna get him. These jump down sometimes, so I wanted to get that one. But anyways, the point is that this is basically the update. You basically just do these trials once a month, and yeah, you come back and you do them again for, you know, the dragon or some of these rewards down here. I haven't found anything else. Of course, there's also, if you are a completely new player, all these things are of course going to be there that you want, because this is amazing, you know. But as a, you know, returning player, there's again only probably like the dragon, and yes, you can only craft this one 15 more times a day. But, and if it's for a week, then you won't get enough fragments for you know, 15, it's, you know, you need about 2 months for this, so it will take some time. It is a little bit time gated in that sense, and of course you can also not, if you can do some of it, because of course these do decay, and as you can see right here, it will like when the week is over, then of course you are not going to have these items, so you can't just save them for the next one. So you should use all of them, but it's going to be coming back so many times, you know, so getting 100 fragments of this is not going to be hard at all. This is going to be a very super easy dragon to get, just like, you know, this one is, and all the other ones basically are as well. So, but I think this is a good, I would say a good first version of what it could be. So super simple, actually. Just, you know, go ahead, do the trials and getting the things, and yeah, it's gonna be pretty simple to get into, pretty simple to do, pretty simple rewards as well. But I wish it was more rewarding, so it was something you look forward to when it was Luxion week, you know. I would love to have that as well. So anyways, that was the PTS server. If you want to see me again learning every single thing when reading, doing the quest line and stuff like that to the point of here, then you should definitely check out the other video that I'll probably linked some card stuff, and it's probably, you might have already seen it. And oh, there's 2 guys getting me an algorithm, and yeah, these invaders. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!